Hello everybody, Shinjo here, welcome back to the channel, and while it is a little bit early on my end, I am going to be discussing the summer 2026 anime season. When I say it's early, I mean, well, let's just go down here. For these three anime right here, let me actually check if you can see it on your end. Yeah, they are starting July of 2026. And it is now the start of June 2026. I would imagine that anything that's confirmed is basically confirmed at this point. Although, two of these don't have a specific date. But if they're confirmed to be starting in the next season of anime, it's all fine by me. This is the best time I had to record it. So hopefully it won't be too outdated. But if it does, oh well. So like I already talked about, these three right here are, weirdly enough, two of them are isekai, one is not. But Youjo Senki, Mushoku Tensei, and even Bleach. I mean, Bleach I started, but then I realized it's far too long for me to keep up with, especially with new seasons coming out constantly. So, these three I'm not even gonna discuss anymore. And we are going to go next with... okay, so more sequels. Right, the Mob, whatever it's called, I don't know when it came out, but I know it wasn't that far away. Grand Blue's last season wasn't that far back either. But, all these are sequels that I haven't watched the first couple of seasons of, so we're just moving on again. Oh, and here's where things get interesting. I know about this one. It is... I'm pulling it up on my phone because I forgot that recording a video like this, it'd be handy to have my phone because my old laptop doesn't want me to put things on the watch later list because it just doesn't want me to watch anime. But this one is called like Behind the Supermarket Smoking with You. This is a weird thing to say. I suppose it's more of a PSA. I don't smoke. But I saw the trailer for this. So let's read up on it. The sole thing that gets the middle-aged Sasaki through his soul-sucking job is a cheerful smile from Yamada, the young woman who works at a nearby 24-hour supermarket he frequents. After every tiring day of getting berated by his boss, Sasaki stopped by the store to have his spirit healed by his favorite cashier. After a particularly grueling day, Sasaki shows up at the supermarket only to find that Yamada's shift has already ended. Disappointed, he searches for a place to smoke when a woman from behind the store calls him over to join her. The bold and dangerously playful Tayama is quick to call out Sasaki's peculiar habit of always seeking out her coworker, even going as far as telling Yamada about Sasaki's vested interest in her. Now, in addition to seeing the... hold on a minute. Okay, I get it now. Now, in addition to seeing his adored cashier Yamada, Sasaki also visits the store to see if his new smoking partner Tayama is around. But there's more to Tayama's mischievousness than she initially lets on. With every cigarette, an unlikely friendship begins to bloom. Yeah, from what I remember seeing from this trailer, it looks really, really nice. And the studio, I'm not entirely familiar with. I've definitely seen the name, but I don't know what else they have done. But, I mean, me stating the obvious here, I'm pretty confident that Yamada and Tayama are the same people. I wouldn't be surprised. Let me just see. I wasn't sure if it would be something like... her full name is Yamada Tayama or something like that. Whatever. But outside of that, even though I haven't even watched the trailer in a while, the character designs just from looking on the page look really nice. And this may be my favorite from the season because I so far haven't really seen anything else that grabs me. Scratch that. We have another season of You and I Are Polar Opposites. You know, I did know that it's going to be coming out, but I forgot that it was this soon. Yeah, that is honestly really, strange. Not strange in a bad way, but I really enjoy the show. But it's so weird that it had its first season. What was it, the winter season? I can actually check. I have my phone. When was it? I think it was in winter. It wasn't that far away. Yeah, it was winter. The first season was in January. Then they took a week or a season off, and they're back again. Honestly, I'm more hoping that the quality keeps up, because I really enjoyed the season prior. Although it is funny because the same mangaka made Ramparts of Ice, so between these 3 seasons, it's basically the same work, just a different studio, probably different people working on it, but overall it's just really cool, and I really enjoyed the first season of You and I Are Polar Opposites. Wait a minute. Wait, is that the next season of Elusive Samurai? I didn't know the next season of that was gonna be happening this soon. I mean, I knew it was gonna be happening, but I didn't know when it was going to be. Oh, dude, I'm hyped now. Although, wait, was the first season on Crunchyroll? I don't recall. I could look it up. I'm not going to. I'm recording a video. But regardless, I really enjoyed the first season, and I hope the second season is just as good. Although, tell you the truth, I'm interested in this one because it's done by Kyoto Animation. And it's called Sparks of Tomorrow. It's a pretty long title just for it to be called Sparks of Tomorrow, but sure. In an alternate version of the early 20th century, where technological progress evolved along a different path shaped by steam power, Kyoto is blanketed in constant smoke. A boy, hardened by the loss of his brother, grows distrustful after their shared dream of an age of electricity is cut short. A deeply devout girl hides her dreams and regrets for her deceased mother deep within her heart. When the two cross paths, they set about exploring the secrets of the 20th century electrical catalog, a glimpse into the future they longed for. Together, they must confront their past and carve a path towards the future they once believed in. It's historical. I suppose I should have noticed that, especially since it said Age of Electricity. That's interesting. I'm definitely gonna watch it, although I believe that it said, yeah, it's only on Netflix, so what I'm gonna have to do is wait until it comes out other places. Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna watch it anywhere else or anything like that. I would never do that. Next we have this one that is done by Doga Kobo. I was about to say KyoAni again. It is called Though I Am an Inept Villainess. Is that actually it? Am I being pranked? To be fair, I don't think Doga Kobo has done a villainess, so this would be their first one. Within the Kingdom of Ai's opulent inner court is the thriving Maiden Court, where the Empress and the 4 Imperial Consorts are chosen from 5 prominent clans. Among them, one pristine consort in training, Reirin Ko, stands out as a perfect candidate for the future Empress. Her virtue and elegance are unrivaled, and she is flawless, save for her extremely sickly constitution. Compared to the court's gentle butterfly, the boorish Keigetsu Shu is like a sewer rat, always staring at Reirin with bitter envy. Keigetsu is a disgrace to the Maiden Court. During the night of a rare comet sighting, Keigetsu's jealousy reaches its peak, and she attempts to murder Reirin by pushing her off a balcony. Reirin is quickly saved from death, and Keigetsu is imprisoned to await her execution. Unbeknownst to all, Keigetsu has cast a spell to swap bodies with Reirin in order to steal all that belongs to her. But while Keigetsu is hindered by Reirin's frail body, Reirin fully embraces freedom and physical strength for the first time in her life, determined to live no matter whose face she wears. Huh. I thought, based off of the poster, that it was a historical thing. And it doesn't look like it is. Not gonna lie, I'm really interested in that. Although, I feel like it's gonna be kind of hard to not root for the person who's sickly. But, who knows, at least Dogakobo might look good. Well, I mean, not might, it probably will. So I was just skimming over these, and I saw Sayonara Lara. At least it's fun to say. But the first couple of lines caught me. A new original anime inspired by The Little Mermaid follows the story of a mermaid who wishes to be loved by a human, but tragically dies. She is reincarnated 200 years later in Lake Biwa in modern-day Japan. As she navigates her new life, she learns to fit into the human world. Yeah, this looks really interesting. Now, I wouldn't say it was like my favorite movie, but I remember The Little Mermaid from back, like, Disney. Okay, and, ooh, I feel like this isn't a surprise at all, but, Lara is the name of the mermaid. This is so weird. Not weird in a bad way, but like, I haven't even seen the PV or anything like that, but I just skimmed over the characters a little bit and looked at the poster. It really feels like an early anime. Like something that you would see in maybe like the 80s or 90s or something like that. Well, probably not 90s. 90s is too modern. But it gives off the same vibes of Anne Shirley. And I really enjoyed Anne Shirley. Of course, Anne Shirley is also based off of a story from back in the day, so it's not really that surprising. But yeah, I'm still looking forward to this one regardless. This poster looks interesting. I feel like I'm saying that a lot lately, but it really does. It is called Love Unseen Beneath the Clear Night Sky. Adult cast? I know how to pick them. On an April night in Tokyo, still too early for fireworks, university student Kakeru Mano meets a woman named Koharu Fuyutsuki. She is a beautiful girl who stands out from the crowd, laughs a lot, and exudes a warmth that contrasts sharply with Kakeru's own introversion. But there was something Kakeru didn't know at first. She can't see. Unlike Kakeru, Koharu hasn't given up on anything, even with her blindness. She attends university daily, shows interest in clubs, makes friends, and dreams of launching fireworks one day. Kakeru wonders why, when she can't see them, but maybe it doesn't matter. And maybe he could start moving forward too, for a girl who's always been by his side. You know what's weird? When I looked on here, and like I scrolled down to the PV, it shows the girl, and I'm thinking, wow, her eyes look a bit odd. Even on the key visual, you can kind of see it. She's blind. That's really... I don't want to say that's really cool, because it sounds bad when I say it like that. But she's Sayori Hayami. I think I pronounced that right. Actually, no, I'm not going to check it, because that's taking too much time. But I'm pretty sure that that's the same VA as Yor. And I wouldn't be surprised if she sounds really similar to Yor. But I'm really interested in that one. I hope this is one that's actually available on Crunchyroll. Hold on, does it say Netflix on there? It doesn't. Then there's hope. Okay, so I'm scrolling down. First of all, it's so funny that there's a new season of Bungo Stray Dogs 1 before actual Bungo Stray Dogs. I mean, not that I really care that much because I haven't watched any of it before. But I'm pretty sure Juan is like a chibi spin-off because that seems to be a thing that happens. But I've talked about enough about that. The one that I'm curious about, or not curious about, is the second season of Magi Lumiere. I think that the year that it came out, which was, let me check, I think it was like 24 or something. It was fall 2024. The first season of that, I really enjoyed it. I think I may have included it on my top 10 of the year. But it was honestly a really underrated hit for me. And the show itself and the plot going on was really interesting. And I knew that there was going to be a new season, but I didn't know when. I am really hyped for it. Okay, they only had the ending theme, but still, that's fine. The show is really interesting. The characters are all fun. I'm really curious about what they're going to do with this season. Honestly, it's been so long since the last season, I kind of remember what happened, but it's still a little bit fuzzy in my head. But regardless, really looking forward to it. But this is called Reiwa no Dara-san. Yeah, I could stick with that. Or you could call it nothing. Ooh, I like that character design. Anyway, clouds blacken the sky and sheets of rain turn the mountain forest into a treacherous maze. A landslide crushes a razor wire fence and buries a no trespassing sign. Two siblings wander into a dark world, where they do not belong, and a long horrid shadow rears up to meet them. Anyway, so that's how we meet Dara-san. She may look kinda scary, but just wait until you get to know her. Look, I'm a god of misfortune, okay? Aren't you kids gonna freak out about my grotesque visage? Grotesque visage. That's a weird way to put it. Hold on, who are the... Okay, here are the brothers. Or the siblings. Kaoru and Hinata. I really like the design of Kaoru. Honestly, these character designs are really cool. So, who's the... Dara? Wait. There's not even a picture of Dara. How do I know what they look like? Well, whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. I'll wait until the show comes out and then figure it out from there. Okay, well, let's look at this anyway. It's Mabius Dust. Araki, Stella, and Olga, 3 high school students, live in the downtown area. They lead an unplanned life, playing games, going to the public bath, and returning home. This is a story of their everyday life. Or is it? Okay, I guess that's all. Okay. It's an original. Offhand, I don't know if there's been KyoAni originals. I mean, there probably has. There may be stuff that I'm not even aware is original. Hold on, did I miss it? There it is. Hold on, this art looks interesting. Let me look at this again. I lost it. It jumped when I added it. Here it is. Yeah, it looks interesting, alright. It kind of, I guess, looks like movie quality or something. Maybe a little bit of 3D sprinkled in there. I suppose I could just look at the PV, but I'm not going to. But I think that's all for this part of it. I don't know if there'll be anything under OVA and ONAs. Okay, yeah, the My Hero, I'm a Hero 2 thingy-mabobber. Yeah, Aries gonna be here. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't add that to my list on here. I'll just have to remember to add that later. But, yeah, there's not really much I can say about it. It follows high school Eri going to UA High School. It'll be interesting how many references to the actual cast that they bring in. Because they could easily have Deku be a teacher, have Bakugo in the background fighting a villain or something like that. But I Am a Hero 2 makes a lot of sense for a title, considering that that was the climax of Aries' whole thing in that initial season that she was in. Yeah, really curious about that one. But for OVAs, there is nothing. Okay. They're still making Madoka Magica movies? How? There can't be. I guess there is enough. Is that Hibike Euphonium? Yeah, there's like second half. I haven't seen many. I don't think I've seen any of the movies. I may have seen Liz and the Bluebird. Honestly, I started falling asleep, so maybe I didn't. I don't know. It wasn't boring by any means. I was just tired. Doesn't look like Shin-chan. I don't really care. One Piece. Wait, what? Is this about the live action One Piece? Style icon Nami. No, maybe it is about the actual characters. I don't know. Because there's a live action One Piece and there's the anime One Piece. I don't know which one is which anymore. But whatever. That doesn't really matter. What matters is I am at the end of the seasonal anime. Now, there were a lot that I didn't even discuss. Heck, I probably don't really need to chop off much of this video because it's only at like 37 minutes, so there shouldn't be much to cut off to make it a sizable amount. But I'm always interested in not reading everything for every season, because then if there's something that's a secret hit that I'm not aware of, I don't know much about it. But if you enjoyed, let me try that again. If you enjoyed, hit that like button down below. Subscribe if you haven't. What are you looking forward to this coming season, not counting sequels? If it's for me, it's probably... Let me look. Because I can't pick Magi Lumiere as much as I would love to. I can't pick the Elusive Samurai. Probably this Little Mermaid retelling, honestly. Although there may be one that I'm forgetting about. No, this one with the blind girl. That's bad to say it like that, but like the Distant Clear Sky or whatever it was called. Yeah, that one with the firework girl. I'm gonna call it Firework Girl. I'm really interested to see what they do with that one. Especially with an adult cast. At least it's something different from the usual high school anime. But if you enjoyed, hit that like button. I already said all this. I'll see you next time. Momentai.